After serving the Valley for more than 40 years, Aulick Leasing has sold its company to Canadian Trucking's TFI International. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Aulick Leasing may have been sold to a Canadian trucking company, but former owner Shane Aulick says he anticipates the business will continue to remain a strong presence in the Valley. The trucking company, known for hauling sugar beets for the Western Sugar Cooperative, is now owned by TFI International and closed the deal this week. Looking to the future of the local trucking firm, Aulick expects the company will be able to utilize a solid group of local employees to continue growth.
My vision of them is they're going to get familiar with the business. They're going to become more competitive because they bring buyer power that we didn't have. They buy 500 Freightliners at a time. I buy 5, so they're a big deal there. They like niche business. They want to understand the business. And not only I would think that they would go after the renewal with Western Sugar, which they have full intent of doing, but also go after similar business at other locations.
Aulick Leasing stresses that moving forward, it will be status quo, and HR Director Kenny Weinman says they are currently looking to hire more drivers to join the TFI team. Well, Governor Pete Ricketts has joined the Nebraska Grocery Industry Association and the Nebraska Beverage Association to oppose legislative proposals to place a sales tax on groceries, food, soft drinks, candy, and bottled water to reduce property taxes. The governor held a press conference yesterday at a Lincoln grocery store to object to the proposal under consideration in the legislature's Revenue Committee. He called the proposed tax hikes reverse Robin Hood because it would shift the tax burden onto low-income people who are disproportionately affected by sales taxes.
What we should be talking about is actually lowering sales tax. In fact, if you look at some revenue, Nebraska Department of Revenue, if you lower the sales tax $100 million, you'd increase personal income in Nebraska working families by $176 million and create over 1,900 jobs. So rather than looking at raising taxes on folks, raising taxes on our working families, we should be looking at how do we actually accomplish tax relief, real tax relief, by lowering taxes.
Those items being targeted are currently exempt from the state sales taxes, but some lawmakers want to eliminate the exemptions to generate more tax revenue that they would use to lower property taxes. Well, coming up after the break, a thick fog blanketed the valley this morning, but the sun broke through and should make for a very pleasant Friday. Bill Boyer will be in with your full forecast right after this on KNEB.TV News.
It is never too early to start planning for retirement, and working with an experienced financial advisor can put you on the right path.
At Platte Valley Investment Center, our team of financial advisors will work with you every step of the way to maximize your retirement income.
Call me, Jody Rosiska, or Rick Morehouse, financial advisors, to set up your free, no-obligation consultation.
Raymond James Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Life well planned.
Have you heard the exciting news? Western Nebraska Regional Airport will be offering flights with United Airlines operated by SkyWest beginning January 30th, 2018. What's even better? You'll get to earn and use your United points. Reservations with United are now available, plus all United miles can be earned and redeemed with all flights. While you're at Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck restaurant, plus Hearst Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. So make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Crispy chicken, pit smoked ham, and luau sauce on a Sweet King's Hawaiian bun? It's like we're trying to get you to try it or something.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the Arby's Weather Center. Arby's, we have the meats.
Let's take a look at our weather headlines. We're going to turn warmer as we go through the next couple of days. We're going to be well into the 70s tomorrow and probably again on Saturday. A couple of late day storms around tomorrow. Can't rule one or two of those out. Not really a bad weekend at all. Maybe a touch breezy at times. Aside from that, we're going to be splitting hairs, but we're going to turn active again and cooler by the middle of next week. Right on the button yesterday on a normal high at 57, 40 for our low, well above normal. Look at that, 81 back in 1921, and it was 1 degree in 1936. We're going to be a lot closer to those record highs than record lows as we go through the next couple of days. Another 400s in the rain gauge, over 3 1/3 now for the year. Look at temps here at the 5 o'clock hour. We're in the 50s and 60s all across the area. 51 in Laramie, it's 65 in Denver, 67 right here in Scottsbluff, one of the warmer readings, 52 in Norfolk. 60s have broken out across most of our region. Mullen at 57, Valentine up here at 55. Everybody else into the 60s and deep into the 60s at that. We have calm winds in Ogallala. Otherwise, winds are fairly light. We've had some gusts at times here out of the west in that 10 to 15 mile an hour range that have continued. Outside of that, it has really been not much to complain about in terms of weather, and not much to complain about in terms of sensible weather today. Once we got that fog lifted, that dense fog settled right into the North Platte River Valley. We still have a flood advisory out. An aerial flood advisory continues. This has been extended through tomorrow afternoon for Box Butte County here in the Panhandle. Let's take a look at our bus stop forecast. Getting on tomorrow with some overcast skies, 41. Late in the day, partly cloudy. Can't rule out an isolated storm or two. Probably holding off till after you get off the bus, but can't rule out one of those. So may have to keep an eye on an isolated shower or storm around. Tonight, overcast skies start to fill in as we go through the nighttime hours. Temperatures are going to stay up there because of those clouds into the upper 30s to near 40 degrees. Might see a little morning fog again tomorrow, although hopefully not as dense as what we had this morning. Now tomorrow we set the stage in the morning with some clouds. We clear out. By late tomorrow afternoon, we're going to start to see just enough push across the area that we'll see a few isolated, scattered showers and storms move across the region. They will quickly die off by tomorrow night and move out of the area. Otherwise, we have a very nice day coming. Look at these high temperatures well into the 70s across all of our region. 64 in Cheyenne, 69 in Wheatland, 68 in Kimball. Everybody else deep into the 70s, 72 here in Scottsbluff. Our forecast for tonight, 39, clouds on the increase. For tomorrow, a very nice day. Going to have a few late day scattered thunderstorms across the region. Highs into the low 70s. Aside from that, things look beautiful out there as we go through the next couple of days. As you can see, Saturday still near 70. Sunday will be in the upper 60s. Back to near 70 Monday and Tuesday, then the bottom falls out. Late Tuesday, we bring in a chance of some rain, mixing with snow on Wednesday, highs in the mid-40s. Only in the mid-40s again, and some morning snow showers possible on Thursday. Until then, a taste of spring before we get back to more wintry type weather.
Crispy chicken, pit smoked ham, and luau sauce on a Sweet King's Hawaiian bun. It's like we're trying to get you to try it or something.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Logos in Gearing is the place to get all of your school spirit gear, personalized gifts, and promotional items for your business and employees, and banners for any special event. Logos is also the only place to stop for custom screen printing or embroidery. You can even design it yourself on their interactive website. Stop into Logos today. They'll design it, print it, and have it to you in no time. There's no job too big or small for Logos. That's Logos in Gearing.
Are you ready to join the celebration? Then what are you waiting for? Switch to Viero today and find out exactly why we're better. More towers than the competition, convenient stores in your neighborhood, friendly, helpful customer service, and top phones at excellent values, such as the iPhone XR for free. That's right, get a free iPhone XR when you purchase any other iPhone of equal or greater value. Viero Wireless, your better choice for wireless service.
Welcome back. A 27-year-old Rapid City man is being held on a $100,000 bond following an alleged stabbing that occurred outside of a Chadron bar. Richard Reyes is charged with use of a deadly weapon to commit a felony and second-degree assault. Police Chief Tim Lordino says after officers interviewed the victim, they named Reyes as the suspect, and he was located at a nearby apartment. Lordino says the victim was taken to the hospital, treated, and released. Well, the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission is asking for input from the public regarding motorized boat ramp improvements at Lake McConaughey's, Martin Bay, and Cedar View. Game and Parks will receive input through April 15th through their Outdoor Nebraska website. At this time, the commission is only seeking input on the boat ramp improvements and not Lake McConaughey in general. And Platte Valley Companies is donating $5,000 to the recovery effort Disaster Relief Fund, Bank on Strong Nebraska. Platte Valley Companies' contribution is part of the Nebraska Bankers Association's efforts to help communities recover from the recent flooding across the state. CEO and President Hod Kosman says that PVC has strong ties to their statewide partners and communities and hopes that by contributing to the relief effort, the needs of those impacted are met. Well, coming up after the break, Chris Cottrell will be in with a check-in on sports. Stick around. KNB.TV News will be back in 90 seconds.
The Mixing Bowl in Gearing, serving breakfast and lunch every day using Grandma Ruth's recipes for 5 years. Stop for lunch and try a Cali Turkey BLT or one of our gourmet burgers. Have a homemade cabbage burger or butterball soup on Thursdays, or try our weekend brunch and have cinnamon roll pancakes or the roasted duck Benedict. Stop by the Mixing Bowl on your way to work and grab a freshly baked muffin, Grebel, or Danakuga out of our bakery case and a specialty coffee made just for you. The Mixing Bowl, 1945 10th Street in Gearing, bringing great food and great people together.
We've been an ALLO customer from the beginning, 15 plus years.
Almost 15 years.
15 years now. They live here, they work here, they give back to our community. That's very important to us.
It's the difference of night and day between our old internet provider and ALLO.
Having that reliability and that speed is extremely important.
Nobody matches that speed. It was a game changer.
ALLO came to my site and helped me resolve an issue. At that point, I knew ALLO is the company that I wanted to stick with.
Shopping local is great for building our community. TC & More offers the newest trends and latest fashions from jewelry to clothing to purses. Enjoy complimentary coffee as you browse their ever-changing inventory. Perhaps you would like to spruce up your home with some new home decor or flags or willow tree figurines. Remember the large selection of games as well as homemade soaps and lotions for that one-of-a-kind gift. Thank you for thinking of TC & More for those special items. TC & More, 1621 Broadway in beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
A local signing for today, Play Ball finally arrives in town, and of course, the mayor arriving in Lincoln. Let's start today's update with Gearing senior basketball player Riley Shields, who yesterday signed his letter of intent to attend school and continue his basketball career at Hastings College.
It's very exciting. I've known I wanted to play college basketball for the past 2 years, and I did my research on schools that offered the basketball program I wanted and the educational programs I wanted, and it turned out that they were the one that looked the best for me.
Shields, along with Mason Heemstra of Alliance, part of this 2019 recruiting haul for the Broncos. The 6'6" Shields got plenty of positive feedback from the Hastings staff during the recruiting process.
They said I'm a big dude. I'm going to be one of the tallest on the team, so that's a good thing, and that there's a lot of room for improvement, and yeah, they see a bright future for me.
An impressive touch, to say the least, from the Hastings coaching staff yesterday as head coach Bill Gavers and an assistant were in town for the signing, and Gavers likes a couple of key traits he's found in Shields.
Yeah, when he came to campus, talking to him, character and integrity. I mean, he's got passion for the academic world, which is very important, and we talked a lot about culture. Coach talks about him getting up at 6:30 in the morning to work out. And then I did tell him he's a big guy, and bigs for us are really hard to come by. And then bigs that want to work and want to get better and have a passion to get better, and we see that in him.
You can't teach 6'6", and Shields is exactly that. As a senior for Gearing, he averaged 10.5 points per game and averaged 5 rebounds per contest for the Bulldogs. Coach Rick Winkler.
A great kid, both on the court and off the court. A lot of you don't know that 6:30 in the morning at the Wise, we spent the summer in the fall. I don't know if he always wanted to be there, but I think he did. He showed up all the time. Worked really hard, and this just goes to show you that hard work pays off.
Riley Shields of Gearing signing yesterday with Hastings College. Mason Heemstra at Alliance also made it official yesterday, inking with the Broncos. It's been a combined 62 games on the road to start the season for the WNCC baseball and softball teams. That run comes to a close starting today. The WNCC baseball team home hosting NJC in a doubleheader at Cleveland Field for their first bit of home action this season. After today, they'll have games coming up on Saturday and Sunday at home against McCook. Softball also in town this weekend with a key conference series against Otero Junior College. First pitch on Saturday. That'll be late afternoon at 3 o'clock at Volunteer Field, and then an 11 a.m. start on Sunday. And we'll get back to the hardwood to wrap things up today. Earlier this week, the biggest day in the history of Nebraska men's basketball with the hiring of Fred Hoiberg to that 7-year deal worth $25 million. The defensive-minded, grind-it-out type games Husker fans have gotten used to watching over the years, well, that will be no more. A new age style of basketball in Lincoln under Hoiberg.
You know, first thing that we try to do, we try to play with great pace, and that was one thing that we always tried to have. You know, especially when you look back at my teams at Iowa State. Now we did that in different ways. My first year we had a point guard in Deontay Garrett who was really a good player, and we had a couple bigs that could shoot it. So we ran a lot of pick and roll, pick and pop type actions. My second year we had a kid named Royce White who was a transfer from the University of Minnesota, and we put the ball in his hands because we felt he was our advantage, a mismatch, and we led the nation in three-pointers that year because he could draw the defense. We spread the floor out with 5 around the perimeter, and he would make the defense converge and make the right play.
Those Iowa State teams, his final 3 seasons in Ames, averaged over 80 points per game. Hoiberg was in town last night to meet with WNCC's Gervais Green. By all accounts, it went really well, and Green might have a decision on his basketball future with Nebraska by the start of the weekend. That's the latest today from the Sports Desk here at KNEB. I'm Chris Cottrell. Ryan back with a check of the community calendar right after this when we come back here on KNEB.TV.
What are you waiting for? A 6-year limited powertrain warranty? Savings on performance-matched implements? 0% APR financing for up to 5 years? Head down to your local Kubota dealer before September 30th and take advantage of this incredible offer on the BX Series, America's best-selling subcompact tractor. Kubota. This is what we do.
Come into Sandberg Implement, your local Kubota dealer.
Your local Kubota dealer is Sandberg Implement in Gering.
Who is Hydrotex? Hydrotex manufactures and distributes high-performance lubricants and fuel improvers. We've been helping customers improve their operations for over 80 years with products made in the USA. We sell directly to customers and cut out the middleman and offer excellent service and value. Our products last longer and work better so that you spend less time maintaining equipment and more time making money. Whether you're in a factory, farm, fleet, or food processing facility, Hydrotex can help you. Visit hydrotexoil.com or call 308-635-8162.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a look what's happening on today's community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
At Elite Physical Therapy, we provide preventative and rehabilitative treatments that maximize function and promote well-being for patients of all ages. With 2 locations in Scottsbluff and Gearing, we offer the convenience of you choosing your location with the same great services no matter where you go. Stop into one of our locations today, in Scottsbluff at 214 West 27th Street or in Gearing at 10th and M Street, and see what Elite Physical Therapy can do for you. Treatment you need and care you deserve.
I'm Marcy Meyer, Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that building a new house is difficult because construction loans are too complicated. The truth is, our lenders will work with you every step of the way to make your construction loan go to work for you. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today. No question is too big or too small.
And finally tonight, the Riverside Discovery Center is teaming up with the Oregon Trail Community Foundation during the month of April for their Zoo Spring membership and donation drive. RDC Director Anthony Mason says they will be using the new platform that was used last fall for the Why Nebraska Gives for easy membership sign-up.
They can get family memberships and individual memberships on there and win lots of great prizes at the same time. Those memberships are good for a year from the date of purchase and get them and their families into the zoo.
Mason says the zoo continues to work on improvements to enhance visitors' experiences and are in the midst of a massive fundraising effort to build a larger enclosure for the brother grizzly bears. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you here next time.